You need to be ready to answer the question, why are you interested in this position? And believe me, that answer matters a lot more than you think. Let's talk about it. Hey, so if we haven't met, my name is Cassandra and I help job seekers go from hating work to happy work. So to do that, you are going to interview, and in an interview, you're most likely going to be asked, why are you interested in this position? So before we get into how to answer, I always like to talk about why they're asking this question, because I don't think enough people think about this. And if you, with every interview question, start thinking about why they're asking it, you're going to come up with better answers just off that alone. Why are they asking? Why are you interested in this position? Honestly, it's solely because they want to see genuine interest. I know this seems obvious, but people don't do it. They want to see that you have passion for the position, for the company, etc., and that you're genuinely interested in this role. This is because people want to work with people who want to be there, right? We don't want that coworker who's like, ugh, another day, another dollar, am I right? Even if that's true, even though we all have days at work where we do feel that way, overall, we still want to be working with someone who's like excited about the work they do. Now we're gonna get into 3 components of making this answer, but before that, I just want to let you know, stay till the end because I'm going to teach you the nonverbal cue that you can use that will signal this genuine interest. So there are 3 parts to this answer for why are you interested in this position. 1, you're going to briefly, keyword briefly, touch on what you've done in the past that makes you a good fit for the position. But remember, good fit is a different question. So we just touch on it here. These are the skills I've built to this point. And then we go into the second component, which is what interests you specifically about this position, about the position itself. What is your passion behind it? Why are you interested in it? Not why are you qualified? Why are you interested? And then the third component is to also include why you're interested in doing this position at this company. So it's not just, oh, I'm really interested in doing this role. Like, let's just use accounting, for example. Every company has accountants. You could be an accountant anywhere. So you're going to talk about why you want to be an accountant, but then you need to talk about why you want to be an accountant at Amazon or at Meta or at the bank down the street from your house. You need to bring that part in. So what this looks like for that first part where you're going to touch on what you've done before, you're going to start your answer with something like, you know, I've been in this industry for about 5 years, and in that time I've gained skills and this, and this, but now I'm really ready for my next challenge. And that's why, now we go why we're interested in this position. And that's why I'm interested in this role, because I really want to build on my managerial skill set. I've done some intern management before, but I haven't been able to manage other coworkers, and I've been developing those skills. And that's one piece of why I'm really interested in this position. So that's where you start going to that second part of why are you interested in this specific position? So going with that idea, think about why you are genuinely interested in it. For some reason, people think they can't give the honest answer to why they're interested, but that's actually where the magic lies. Don't give the genuine interest of, it's gonna pay me a lot more money, or it's a lot closer to my house, or it's remote so I won't have to drive anymore. Like, that can't be the main contributor for this answer, but hopefully there are other things that you're really excited about that make you interested in this. So for example, like I already said, will it give you more managerial experience? Is there no upward mobility where you're currently at, and this position will give you the chance to keep going up the ladder? You can share these sorts of things, so make sure you're taking the time to think about what the real answer is. And then bonus tip for you, make sure that you're looking at the job description. As you're reading it, pay attention to like what parts of it excite you. Make sure you bring up those things in your answer to this question. So if you're reading through the job description and it says that you would get to work on media buying accounts for some of, and they list certain clients, it's like, oh my gosh, that's so exciting. You want to specifically say that in your answer to this question. You're going to say, you know, when I was looking through the job description, I saw that I would get to work on accounts such as this, and this. That's really exciting to me because I love those companies, and who wouldn't want to work on those types of accounts? Something in there made you apply. That's the thing you want to bring up in your answer to this question. And again, I just want to highlight it. Use the specific words from the job description in your answer. Say, I saw in the job description, it said I would be working with this, or I would get to do this. And that's going to make such a difference because it shows you're paying attention to what the job is, and also specificity in your interview answers always wins. I say this in every single video about interviews, but the more detail, the more specific you're getting with that detail. Detail doesn't mean you have to go on and on and on. Specificity helps. Being specific in your answer always wins because I can picture it. When you just go, oh, I would get to take on new challenges and that's really exciting. That's not the same thing as saying, well, you know, I've worked with some more B2B business accounts in my past role, but I saw that in this role, I would get to work with B2C accounts. And that's super exciting to me because that's a challenge I haven't taken on before. That's different than just, oh, new challenges. Okay, but you can't just end there. Now we need to bring in why you're interested in doing that thing at this company. Do you like the work they do overall at this company? Does the mission and vision of the company align with your values? That's where you'd say this. This is where you would bring up those sorts of things. Again, use their words in your answer. Go look at their mission statement, their strategic plan, their vision, their values, etc. And you don't need to memorize it, but go read through those and see, what do I resonate with? What makes sense to me? Those are the things you want to bring to the table of, I'm so excited to do this position because of these things, but even more excited because I know your company values this and that aligns with my values. And another way to talk about the company part in this answer is often about how they treat employees. So you can say, I'm really excited in this position because I want to do these things. You do that first part of it. And then you say, and I'm excited to do that here because when I was reading over your employees page or your talent page, I saw that you really care about professional development. And that's something I would really love in my next position. Or I was talking to so-and-so and so-and-so in these departments, they're friends of mine, and they mentioned the various resource groups to get plugged into and how that's such a great component of their work. And I'm really excited to be at a company that values those sorts of things. Those are easy ways to add to this answer. But there is a crazy nonverbal cue that will show your answer to this question before ever saying words. It happens after they ask, but before you start talking. Can you guess what it is? And I see this all the time with my interview coaching clients. When I ask this question, I can tell the difference immediately with the ones who process the questions and the ones who just jumped into answering. And this is what happens. They ask, why are you interested in this position? And before you start talking, you're hearing what they say and you genuinely smile and make eye contact. That's it. Your eyes light up. Like, it's very subtle, but it happens all the time that you get asked and you go, yeah, I'm excited for it because blah, 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 blah. Or I'm interested because yada, yada, yada. And like, there's a natural thing to it. When you're genuinely interested, you just sort of bring that. It's the same thing as like, if you're talking to a friend who's just started dating somebody and you ask them about that person, their eyes light up. They smile a little bit. They're excited to talk about this person that they're interested in. It's the same concept. I'm not saying you have to be like in love with your job, right? I know I always get comments on these types of videos of people being like, I'm working at Pizza Hut. I'm not going to sound genuinely, that's fine. That's an hourly high school, college job. But I'm saying when we're looking at those higher level positions, we better have genuine interest in them or else why are you going for it? Bring that genuine interest. It might not be to the dating level, right? And I'm not saying you have to be up here excited, but if you truly take a second to think about why am I interested in like, oh my gosh, if I got to do this job, this would be exciting because your face will naturally light up. And if it doesn't, start faking it till you make it. But honestly, if you don't have genuine interest in doing the work, I suggest you move on. If you're not excited about some sort of opportunity in this role, life is too short to be hating what we do every single day or for the majority of our day. You've got to be enjoying it on some level. So if you can't think of that genuine interest, maybe we shouldn't apply, or maybe we should call if we've already made it to the interview, call the interviewer and say, you know what, thank you so much for your time, but I think I'm going to pass on this opportunity. You really got to think about that part. So now that you've learned how to answer why are you interested in this position, I suggest you go watch this video here on the difference between answering why are you interested and why are you qualified for this position. So go check that one out next. See you next time. Bye.